MLB Network has baseball from the Emerald City, T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Opening night here in this brand new season between the San Francisco Giants and the Seattle Mariners. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
You know, I always think pitching and defense are the keys to success in the long run. So as the season gets started, it's going to be really important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good foot, it will do a lot for the confidence of the entire ball club.
It's a date that's been circled for weeks, and it's finally here. Opening night on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. James Paxton gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This guy had a year you'd love to forget last year. Awfully ugly. We'll see if he can rebound and pitch much better. And if he doesn't, his spot in the rotation could be in jeopardy. It will be awfully important that he gets off to a good start in this one.
And now, Monty Irvin. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Hit in the air down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase. Base hit. And that's their first of the new campaign. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And he'll get there as he kicks off the ball game with a triple.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
So now to the plate, Steven Duggar. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. So in now for San Francisco, Willie McCovey. Runner still anchored at third base. One away now. Irvin stands at third with one gone in the inning. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. The 2-2 one more time. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Well, their chances of pushing across the run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
At the plate, Willie Mays takes this the other way to right. And there's a base hit as the run will score from third, and the Giants break out on top here 1-0.
I know we sit up here and talk about it a lot. Just grabbing the momentum, trying to tack on early runs as quick as possible. It allows the pitcher to go out there, relax, attack the strike zone. It keeps everybody involved. That 2-out RBI, I know it's early, but that just gives everyone a chance to just relax and compete.
In now, Orlando Cepeda. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. The 2-2.
The count is full.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
without base runner aboard in the top of the first. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
He's definitely stumbled out of the starting blocks here in the first, giving up a couple of base knocks and that walk. First innings are often some of the toughest for a starting pitcher.
Next to bat for the Giants, Buster Posey. And a great chance here for the Giants to add on in just the first inning. The set and the 1-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Hit to first, reined in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Giants will have to be content with just the 1. At the plate now, Ken Griffey Sr. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Griffey Sr. behind a ball and 2 strikes. Ring him up on the screwball, and that's the first out of the inning.
He's not going to feel good about that at bat, nor should he. You have to want to swing the bat, but he just stood there and looked at 4 straight pitches. Hopefully, we'll see him get a little bit more aggressive next time.
At the plate now, J.P. Crawford. And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. And that's the second out. With a moment here in Seattle, a look at the Mariners' starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
So 2 out, nobody on. And up to bat next, one of the most prolific DHs to ever play, Edgar Martinez. 1-2, here it comes. Squared that one up just a little late. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Second inning set to go, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Evan Longoria. Now the payoff pitch home. Hit hard on the ground towards second. He's got it. Throw is in time for the first out of the second.
The second base.
All right, guys, here's Seattle's defensive alignment. And the guy manning shortstop today is J.P. Crawford. This guy, he doesn't have the quickest feet in the game, but he has unbelievable range, a strong arm, and very, very quick hands. And he is just the start of the new wave of the next line of great shortstops.
To the plate now, Wilmer Flores. And that is in there at the letters to run it full 3-2. the payoff pitch home. Hit in the air down the right field line. In there, a base hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner. The throw into second. But he'll be in there with a double.
How frustrating is that, Dan? He tries to bury something in with 2 strikes, and this guy's able to put bat on baseball and find a way to hit a soft liner to the opposite field.
You know, sometimes you have to tip your cap. That inside-out swing as a pitcher, you think you've thrown a good pitch, but sometimes as a hitter, they put a good swing on it and still ends up for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Brandon Crawford. 3 balls and a strike to count to the Giants shortstop. Monty Irvin is on deck. Flores, a runner at second with 1 away. Now a swinging bunt. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
The left fielder, number 20,
So next to bat will be Monty Irvin, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The Giants have struck first here. They lead it 1-0 as we play the second. And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here as this is a beauty to end the inning. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Striding forward now, the Mariners cleanup hitter, Ken Griffey Jr. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Here comes the 1-2. It's a curveball taken low for a ball. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. The 2-2.
The count is full. 3-2.
Bouncer to the left side. That's a hit, the first of the new campaign for Seattle.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Road. He fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Standing in now, Jay Buhner. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. A runner at first with no outs here.
Ball 3.
3-1.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
Just got the corner that time with a fastball, strike 2. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
batting 5th.
Next for Seattle, Mitch Haniger. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a throw over and a runner back. The 1-1 home.
Ball up there.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
And it's fouled away. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing the walk can be an inch or 2, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
2 out with the man at first. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Duggar's there for it. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. Mariners leave 1. It remains 1-0. And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. Struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Count is 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up, throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Willie McCovey.
Next to dig in, Willie McCovey struck out in his last trip to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 to stretch Willie McCovey.
2-2.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 2-2 one more time. And he fouls this one off. Another 2-2 offering. Back up the middle, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Into the box now, Willie Mays. Count remains 2-2. McCovey, base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a ball hard hit toward deep right. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. The relay throw. And he's safe.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there. But the outfielder does a really good job, D-Roll, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not there. Not putting his head down, being over-aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Roll, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
Into the box, Orlando Cepeda. Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2.
With one out and runners on the corners, some managers like to hit and run here. It's a little risky, but it can help you stay out of the double play if it's well executed.
Full count, here it comes. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The next 3-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
Two balls and 2 strikes to the Giants catcher.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. 1 run is in. Throw comes to second. He pulls into second safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Usually a hitter will shorten his swing with 2 outs, but not this guy. He puts a big charge into this one and drives in a couple of runs along the way. That can be frustrating as a pitcher when you had a guy on the ropes and you couldn't finish him off, especially when he drives in runs.
At the plate, Evan Longoria. And a knuckle curve missed that time, 2-1. Fastball well outside.
They know the threat this guy poses at the plate. I know it's a 3-1 in this situation right here, but I cannot believe for the life of me this pitcher is going to come anywhere near the middle of the zone.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. San Francisco leads this one 3-0. And now here is Kyle Seager as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner. Fouled away. And another foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his own, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
In now, Luis Torrens. Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all four corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Nobody out. Runner on first. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
And that's 2 free passes in the third inning alone. So you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Back to the top of the order now. And striding toward the plate is Ken Griffey. This will be fouled away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, but it's not in time, and they'll just get the 1.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Stepping in now, J.P. Crawford. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Here now the 2-2. Here's a fly ball now lifted in the air out to right. Duggar has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And this throw gets away from him.
Now batting, the first baseman, Edgar Martinez.
And that will bring in DH extraordinaire Edgar Martinez. And their runners at the corners now. On the ground up the middle. But that finds its way through for a base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute there.
A little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
At the plate now, Ken Griffey Jr. And that one yanked just foul. Griffey over at second. Martinez at first, 2 out in the inning. Pulled toward right center field. Duggar's there for it. And the inning is over. Mariners forced to settle for 1. Welcome back to T-Mobile Park in Seattle as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the 4th. And up next, the utility man, Wilmer Flores. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Buhner is there to put it away for out number 1.
The batter, number 35, shortstop, Brandon.
No one on with 1 down, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting shortstop and San Francisco Bay Area native Brandon Crawford. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And both guys can go back and get it when they need to. 96 on the one hand, 94 on the other. Next to hit is Monty Irvin, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. 1-1 home is taken for ball 2. Well, now the Mariners get some action in the bullpen as a left-hander's begun to get loose. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, this is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game, when guys get count leverage and take fastballs. It's a game of fastballs. You calibrate everything off the heater. Surprising take right there.
Over to first, and that retires the side. Giants are down 1-2-3, and it's still 3-1. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Mariners manager Scott Service during the break about his team's offensive performance so far, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Now at the plate, here is Jay Buhner. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up. Count is even, 2-2 to Buhner.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
The 2-2 is taken, ball 3.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Not likely to see a 4th fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
To the plate now, Abraham Toro. Swing and a miss. Looked like the screwball there. 2 gone. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
So 2 down and a runner at first. And into bat next, the third baseman, Kyle Seager. Buhner is off of first with 2 away. Swing and a liner. And that's in there. Base hit.
What a nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Stayed on the attack. Kept his hands inside the ball and took what the pitcher gave.
Go red.
Into the box, Luis Torrens.
Oh, that's low.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's set and the 2-1 pitch.
Well, I think this is the kind of approach they need against such a prolific starter. You can't count on putting up a lot of runs, so getting him out of the game has to be the priority. Working at bats, full counts, running up the pitch count is a great way of doing that.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play, and that ends the inning. Mariners leave a couple, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Yusei Kikuchi is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night. Digging in will be Steven Duggar, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Next, here is Willie McCovey. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take and a walk is the result.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Willie Mays, singled in his last at-bat. A 1-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
Now batting, the first baseman, Orlando Cepeda.
Stepping in once again is Orlando Cepeda, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. There's one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. And that'll bring in Ken Griffey Sr. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
A 3-1 count, tying run on deck. Good spot to be a hitter right now. You have to look for something middle in.
Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Up next for Seattle, the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
Digging in now for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here comes the 1-2. And he struck him out.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
At the plate, Edgar Martinez. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's working full now at 3-2.
It's a fine line for working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
Full count still.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Popped him up. Posey is camped under this one. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. The 2010 National League Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey, will start things out after the break. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Giants 3 and the Mariners 1. Ready now is Buster Posey. He doubled home a pair his last time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. Oh, and he gets a fastball up in the zone, and he hammers it out to deep left field. And this baby is gone. A home run. A solo home run for Buster Posey. First home run of the campaign for him, as the Giants have opened it up now to 4-1.
Well, his first home run of the season is a memorable one. As we take a look at it here, you can see that it was 50-50 if it was going to stay fair. But somehow he wills it just enough until clink, it hits off the foul pole for a homer.
In now, Evan Longoria. There's ball 4.
Take your base.
Right about now, the manager is questioning his decision to bring this guy in. If you can't trust a reliever to throw strikes, you can't trust him at all. We'll see if he comes to get him sooner than later.
So next to hit is Wilmer Flores. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Longoria on at first, nobody out. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
The 3-1 pitch.
When you're hitting at the bottom of the order, you better be keyholed in the middle of the plate. You cannot allow pitches like that to go by.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Now it'll be Brandon Crawford. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. And here's a pitch taken by Crawford for a ball. 3-1. Monty Irvin will be next. Cut fastball there as he manages to just foul this one away. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Waiting on it is Haniger. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 20, Monte Irvin.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Monty Irvin. He bounced out last time up. The 1-1 home.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Here comes the 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
A runner on first with 2 away. Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Griffey waits on it. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. But bye-bye, baby. It's a run for the Giants on the solo blast. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's now 4-1 San Francisco. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and here comes Junior. Here now the 2-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mays waits on it. Makes the play, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 19, Jay Buhner.
Next up, Jay Buhner comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Nope.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
He struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitching. For me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Into the box now, Mitch Haniger. Here's a bouncing ball headed for Crawford at short. Reined in. On to Cepeda at first to retire the side. Mariners are down in order, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Into the box, Steven Duggar. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 2-1. Runs a bit inside for a ball. Willie McCovey will be next. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1.
3-2.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. Torrens goes to get it. Throw to first is in time, 1 down.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
At the plate now, Willie McCovey. Outside, 2-1. Left side, but well foul. The 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Still even at 2-2. Here it comes.
Full count. 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Griffey waits on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The batter, the center fielder, Willie Mays.
So 2 away now in the San Francisco 7th, and that'll bring up the great Willie Mays. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Count 2-1.
Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, he'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Next up is Orlando Cepeda. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
1-1 home.
2-1.
He's got to find a way to grab some composure out there and not let this inning get away from him. He was dominating, and now he goes out and gives up a 2-out single and then almost drills a guy. Get back in the zone.
The 2-1. Lifted into center field. And Griffey will reach up and pull this one in, and that'll do it. One left for San Francisco, but they lead it 4-1.
Seventh-inning stretch.
And stepping in, Abraham Toro. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes again, 1-2. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Mays waits on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Here's the pitch. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. Ready on 1 and 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Seager will make the turn for second. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Here's the 4th hit of the game, and it's a good one. Puts a good swing on this thing, and it goes for a double. We'll see if they can build on it here.
Now here's the Giants skipper making his way out toward the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Marlene Garcia takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Number 66, Marlene Garcia.
Standing in now, Luis Torrens. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that can go wrong when you try to throw to the pitcher or the second baseman covering.
So back to the top of the Seattle lineup, digging in, Ken Griffey. Tying run standing on deck, which means he'll be looking to get on base any way he can. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Seager on third with 2 out. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line in right. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Mariners forced to settle for 1. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Giants out in front here, 4-2. Diego Castillo is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night. Ready to begin the 8th, and next will be the power hitting catcher, Buster Posey.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
And it's fouled away. Three-two pitch. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
So now to the plate, Evan Longoria. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Here comes the 1-2. Is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
At the plate, Wilmer Flores. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Giants down in order as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Jake McGee is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 17, Jake McGee.
Now at the plate is J.P. Crawford. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And he fouls this one off. McGee's ready. 2-2 on its way home. Hit to third. He's got it. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman.
And in a 4-2 game, time to check the numbers here. It's our starter comparison as we see how these two performances stack up against one another. At the plate now is Edgar Martinez. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
And this is lined hard to deep left. Irvin is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
The center fielder, number 24, Ken Griffey.
So stepping in is Ken Griffey Jr. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. One and one, here it is. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They trail it here 4-2. Sean Doolittle enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Doolittle.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Wow, that's the case right there where a pitcher knows this guy's up there and he's in swing mode. That pitch wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he still swung at it.
To plate now, Monty Irvin. Grounded back up the middle. And there's out number 2.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Now to bat, Steven Duggar. His career line with Doolittle, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Hey, this guy has come in and just done his job. Period. The end. Chance to toss a scoreless inning right here with 2 down. They're only down 2. A bloop and a blast, and this game's tied.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Waiting on it is Henniger, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Giants are down 1-2-3, but they still lead this one 4-2. Rob Nin enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth.
For San Francisco, number 31, Rob.
All set for the bottom of the ninth. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Jay Buhner. Swinging a soft liner. And there's one down now.
Up next for Seattle, the left fielder, Mitch Henniger.
So the next to bat will be Mitch Henniger, grounded out in his last at bat. 1 out, nobody on. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Fouled away. Here now the 2-2 is looked at for ball 3. Three-two pitch. Fouled off. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
Last chance for the Mariners, and it's fouled away.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Giants jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Christy Mathewson earns his first win of the season. James Paxton was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Rob Nin hammers down the save, his first of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Giants, 4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Mariners, 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 54 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at T-Mobile Park, 47,715. The Mariners thank you for your patronage and remind you to please buckle up and drive home safely.